Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Yakir tribe and the search for snow in the new Snowy Mountains update for Niche. I am so excited. I just cannot wait until we're able to figure out where we're supposed to go to be able to find the snowy biome and what we're supposed to do. Some people are saying if we go where the grass is darker over here, that should do it. And other people are saying if you travel through the Bone Island, then that should do it. But it's going to take us a little while to find the snowy island. A lot of people are reporting they've had to jump islands almost 10 times before they've been able to reach it. But we are not going to give up, and we will try very hard not to stay longer than perhaps just one generation per island. But right now we are settling in with our current leader, Rue. She is actually really starting to shape up to be the main focus of the Yukar tribe that we are blending and building together right now. She is the eldest daughter of our two leaders, Tanu over here and his mate Yui over here. And it looks like, Yui, how do you have reduction by damage, 22 days old, and then so Tanu has 4 days, so Tanu was actually younger than Yui by like a day, or maybe having all of those babies is wearing Yui out to an early grave. But they have ended up having quite a few children. They are Adam and Eve, and we had them breeding up a storm in the hopes of being able to have some twins, and no such luck with the twins yet. I'm so jealous of all of you who have been reporting you've already gotten some twins, but we do have several interesting children. Nothing to really write home about per se. We are able to keep that runner's leg going. Everybody has super high fertility, which a lot of people are saying is very important to keep an eye on. And we've got a little bit of stealth going on, so if we wanted to go to the jungle, we might consider that. I do believe that this is the jungle portal. And then also, guys, if you see click, 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 it kind of drags the screen when we zoom in and out now instead of that smooth motion. That's not my computer, that's just this update. And remember, this is a buggy update, and if you guys are having some bugs, like I think last time when we were looking at the family tree, yeah, it's in a different language until you select it for the first time. But if you have little bugs like that, or a lot of people are not enjoying the current grass texture, then be sure to report that over on the official Niche Steam discussion pages nicely to the devs and just let them know. And I'm sure that maybe there'll be an option to toggle the type of terrain and toggle the type of grass in the future. It totally is something that we can see what they would work with, but you have to report it to them so that everybody can kind of help each other out, figure out what kind of textures you really like, figure out what features of the game you're really looking for. So with that little PSA aside, let's go ahead and we are going to jump in with Rue today. She is already about halfway through her adulthood, but I'm thinking we may have her and her brothers help her to clear away the ground and wiggle towards maybe this island or maybe even this island. And we're going to try to get this family kind of prepared for the snow. I actually think that Yui has always heard these stories and these rumors in her tribe about the snowy lands. She's actually from a more jungle-based tribe due to her ability to have her velvet paws to sneakily sneak through all sorts of tall grasses. I think her legacy is actually from a boggy jungle area. That would also explain her froggy back feet. But she fell in love with a wandering traveler, Tanu, and his legacy, I really love how he's kind of like a purplish gray color with the black and gray fur mixed together. His legacy is actually more focused on having been from distant lands where it used to be very cold, but things just warmed up over the seasons, and so his tribe kind of split apart and started wandering. And he met Yui at the edge of her bog, and she became enchanted with his reports of his family stories of what snow was like, and Yui's just always wanted her children to be able to enjoy the beautiful snowy lands. And so that is what brings us to Rue, who is going to continue her parents' search for snow, but she's also much more practical than both of them because they went helter-skelter and had tons of little babies all over the place, and she's more concerned about making sure everybody is fed. So let's see how Rue is going to do taking over the clan and trying to help the family out, especially considering, and it looks like Koi's disappeared already, one of the wandering females. Oh, and I need lots of names, so please leave name suggestions and I will start keeping a master list of names. I can't assign them to specific creatures. Some people have decided I can make your characters in Niche, and that's not how it works, guys. I wish that'd be cool if you could do a character creator, but just leave names and then I can toss names in for some of our creatures, and we'll just have to see how their personalities emerge. But right now, Rue is going to focus on trying to find food for her family and the practicalities of trying to take care of such a growing tribe when our food resources are quite low. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. And I heard all the bunnies make a little noise, and we've got a mole who is currently hiding, but we do have a couple bunnies who are right on the other side. So let's see. Maybe we'll be able... Oh, can we scare the bunnies over? Let's go ahead. I'm gonna have to focus on gathering up the berries for now with Tanu. No, and the bunny wandered over to us just then. Oh, and it looks like actually if I can move... Can I move? It's really hard to tell with the snewgrass, like where you can move and where you can't. But Rue just found a little spot where there's some moles so that we'll be able to gather up that food. And I think I'm just going to have Cora, her sister, like clear... Oh, there's the bunny! If only we could get it. Cora, her sister, will help her clear away some of the grass. Her brother Tanar is kind of in charge of taking care of this berry bush and guarding this little nest right here. But we might have to have Rue end up taking one of her brothers as a mate just because we're low on choices. That's not the ideal, never is, but sometimes you run out of choices and you just have to kind of go with what you got. All right, and Yui, I think I'm actually going to have her... I'm going to have her collect up the nesting material from the old nest that she made, because we have this new nest up there. And I think Yui knows she's getting old, so she kind of wants to settle around and make the little family nest quite nice. And I think even though she's always dreamed of the snow, she sort of knows that those are going to remain dreams, and she's very content just to see her little, well, not so little family settled in around a nice little traditional nest. Very small dreams from her, very loose wandering dreams from Tanu, and very practical dreams from Rue. So we'll have to see if any of our creatures in this family end up with dreams that are a little bit more ambitious. Maybe Jakar will be able to help us out. So let's get Jakar going. Does he have big body? Yes, he has big body and normal hind legs. Jakar, guess what? That just elevated you. No, Jakar! Jakar, keep your name. Gosh darn. All right, that just elevated him up the likely list of who might become Rue's mate, even though I hesitate to have the siblings become mates. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. All right, and he can come up and try to hunt that mole. Oh, look, another nest! Yes! All right, so we've got another nest hiding. Rue's going to focus on finding some food. Her parents are getting quite old. I think that maybe they'll come together. So I'm going to have Tanu actually start working his way back. He's only got a couple days left. And I'm going to have Yui come over here. And I just feel like the parents would work their way together towards their like family home, and maybe that will be the tradition we end up having with our creatures. This particular tribe, like in the past we've had the peace gardens. I actually kind of want to keep the peace gardens up and going, but I think for our first, like maybe the first family, the first breeding leaders of each island, they would kind of claim the ancestral nest home by going to a permanent nest and laying their bones there, and then everybody else will end up going to the peace garden. That may be something we do. All right. So Jakar is of age now, at least, so we might have to actually have him go meet with his sister Yui pretty soon, even though that's always a little awkward. Gosh, the grass is so thick, it's actually really hard compared to what I'm used to figure out where we're going and what we're doing. But hopefully that'll ease up as time goes on. All right, there's a lot of dig spots, and this is definitely not as easy as it used to be with being able to locate just like a ton of food really easily. It used to be like the berry gardens were all over the place on these peaceful flower islands, but not so this time. All right, little Vanu, I'm going to move you down here, buddy. You're going to help out with gathering up from there. He has short-sighted eyes, so he's pretty much going to stay permanently perched next to a little berry bush. I'm going to have Tanar go ahead and gather some of those things up. He's also got short-sighted eyes, so he too is not a creature I would consider breeding, but we'll get Jakar up to the nest, and maybe Rue will start thinking about having children of her own. All considering, oh, their mother passed away. Oh, Tanu, I'm going to send him over so that he can rest next to his mate. And then that would actually like kind of designate that would sort of bless the family home, bless the family nest, so that they will leave behind their own little touch, their own legacy. Whee, there we go. their own legacy and being able to take care of their tribe. All right, so let's come down. Jakar, let's scooch you up here. And then we'll have little Vanu. Yeah, I think Rue would feel really, really responsible for her siblings, especially because the whole family. Let's have her sister Cora help her with revealing some spots and maybe moving over here. But yeah, I feel like Rue feels super duper responsible for her family and just is very concerned about making sure they do well. So I need to get more creatures by berry bushes that they can feast from. Tanar also can't see because she's got a lot of little brothers and sisters, mostly brothers it seems, who don't have very, yeah, she's got one brother, two brothers, three brothers, two brothers who can't see very well, and her sister Cora also can't see very well. So I think Rue feels like she has a lot of responsibility on her shoulders right now, and she's more concerned with feeding her family versus her parents always dreaming of the snow. But Tanu is about to pass away. I'm gonna really miss you, Tanu. Oh, it happened so quickly. There's just like no mercy. It's just over that fast, and you just lose your mains that quickly. Oh gosh. All right, but let's go ahead. I'm going to have Rue gather up the food that's over here. Oh, and Kois is here, and she's hurt really badly. Kois, what happened to you? I think she went swimming. You guys, I think Kois unfortunately made the decision. Oh, and it seems like the camera is like really hard to get back up in someone's face now. So I might mention that on my little reports for the new update. Ah, there we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little better. I like getting right up in there, right on the snout of our creatures. But I was going to invite Kois into the family just so we have a little bit of genetic variability, but not if she's about to die and I don't have any healing fruits. That's something I might have to think about. Kryal also does have good eyesight. So we may have her end up taking on, unfortunately, one of her brothers as a mate, and she could actually mate with Vanu and they'd be safe because they, believe it or not, don't have matching immunity genes. So that may be something we'll have to do. Somebody ate all the berries, or we harvested all the berries? Huh. All right. And hey now. Hey now! Kois, did you sneak by and eat all of our berries? That's very rude of you. Very rude. Did she just eat the meat? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Kois, you're not really on my nice list anymore, you food stealer. You naughty food stealer. Where are you? Yeah, you. Hey lady, let me get a good look at you. I can't believe she just stole our food. I didn't know that was a thing that could be done. And she just came in here and she just took it. Okay, quick, gather up those berries. Kois, that was very naughty of you. I didn't mean to kill her. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, I really didn't mean to kill her. I meant to move the grass so I could see her better. I swear to you, I didn't mean to kill her. Kois, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to do that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Apparently, the Yukar tribe does not put up with those who try to get in the way of the food resources of the tribe. Noted. All right then. Rue, why don't we continue moving you down? And I think Rue is going to settle onto that nest, and she and Jakar are going to be speaking with one another about what needs done in order to take care of the tribe and where its future needs to go. And I will admit, I agree with you guys. I kind of miss the old grass texture because it's like unless you're right up on top of your creatures, you can't really see anything anymore. And it doesn't really feel like you're that connected with them. But I like it for some things. So it would be nice if you could have like different types of grass on different islands, like the thicker grass or the easier to see through grass. But okay, my poor little heart. I'm sorry, Kois. I did not mean to kill you. I really meant to just move the grass away so I could take a picture. That's literally what I was trying to do. But I'm going to say it was an accident. Like Kryal maybe like yelled or startled her or accidentally pushed her off a cliff, and Kryal sort of stunned herself. I'm so sorry. My goodness. All right, but I think that Rue and Jakar need to talk about what needs to be done to take good care of their tribe. I do want to have them breed because even though there's a chance they could have blind eye babies, there's also a strong chance that they could have normal eye babies, and they would also pass normal hind legs, hopefully, into the family and have that big body we want to see. Apparently, you really want to have big body and claws in order to go to the next island, and there's nothing to pick, like there's no berries to pick, so you have to be very careful about that. I don't know if there'd be clams, like the snowy island is what I'm talking about. But you need to have claws, you need to have a big body, fluffy tail, like the medium tail, to try to keep yourself warm. And I'm gonna say, and a lot of food. A lot of people are saying take at least a few hundred food before you go. And I'm not gonna put too much deep thoughtfulness into that, because as we've discussed in the past, I don't want to let the genetics dictate everything we do. But we don't have claw yet. We need to just do one more attack, at least attacking Quace. We learned something that can contribute to having claw. So I think I'm going to leave nimble fingers in there for now, because a little bit of collecting and the ability to crack open some nuts would be pretty nice about now. And then we might have to do a little bit of exploring soon so that we can go over to these berry bushes, reveal them, and start harvesting from them as well. And Vanu can't really see too great though, so I'm gonna have Vanu go ahead, and he and Kryel will start their own little family, and I might send her over to this nest, this permanent nest. And then up here, Tanar can be sent off. Dun dun dun, got a little, yes, and actually we should have Claw. Boom! Just like that, Claw is now added into the lineup. So we'll go ahead and put Claw in there first, because we do want to keep momentum towards going to the Snow Islands. Cora can do a little bit of exploring over here, and now that we have Rue here and ready to try having babies with Jakar, we'll have both of them work on the berries, and I'll grab a berry from there, and Tanar can go out and do some scouting to try to find more berries, even though he's not very good as a scout because of his short-sighted eyes. But alright, 2 pregnant females, only Rue on the nest at the moment though. Oh my gosh, this grass, I can't see anything. Let's go ahead. Ah, blind child, why? A blind, sickly child, no less. And I've heard that the cold can actually spread amongst your creatures now. So I think that that is just another weak little one that Rue is going to be quite worried over. That's such a pity that that ended up happening. I'm going to have her build a little nest right there on top of the bones of her parents. Let's see, I'm going to move this. No. Oh, who the heck? Oh my gosh. You guys. Actually, a albino creature in the snow? Lala, come join our family. I think that that would actually work out really well. Oh my goodness. She has that new immunity E gene as well. Do I have any creatures who could possibly be a good mate for her? I do, technically, Tanar, as long as those eyesights maybe got a little bit better. But yeah, oh my goodness. Just as I was thinking about like giving up on the snows, here comes, or not giving up, but like that would it'd take a while to get there. Here comes Lala, and she has already got the activated albinism. That's going to be really good, and white ram horns. Come on, that is so cool. Oh my gosh, like I guess when you have the ram horns, because they can be different colors. Yeah, it looks like when you have albinism, even your horns will always be the same color. We are inviting her into the tribe. Welcome, Lala. Very excited to have you. And she's got Digger Paw, which may not help a ton, but it may definitely help us out a little bit. And she doesn't move very quickly because she has those froggy hind legs, but I like her. So I think she's probably like a speaker of the snow of some kind. A seer of the snow? There we go. We had the seers of the sea. Why not the seers of the snow? Maybe that's what she could be. Oh, there is something to gather up right there. And already she can contribute straight off the bat by being able to dig up some nice little roots for us. Well, this is fantastic. I think this is good news that we need to present to the rest of the family. So I think Rue would be very happy, especially considering her son was just born with blind eyes. Oh my goodness. So hopefully we can get some healthier babies born from Lala and born from Kryel. That's pretty exciting. All right, I'm going to have Kryel work her way over towards that big nest. Vanu here is going to wiggle his way towards the nests, or the berry bushes that are hiding over here. And Lala, who would be a good mate for Lala? So Tanar would be a good mate for Lala, even though we're risking those eyesights, those like that not so great eyesight. So I'm gonna have Lala, you're kind of slow at moving, aren't you? I may have Lala just sort of scooch up towards the center point and then have some babies. So we'll start moving her up there, and we will move to Nar, who has heard from the family line that there's this beautiful new female who is of the snows that their mother was always talking about and their father had family legacies of, showing up out of the blue. That's pretty exciting. We need to be gathering more food with our tribe growing so quickly. So there we go. A little bit of the mole meat. Moles are turning into some pretty important food resources here. And let's go ahead and see what's going to happen with Rue's baby. I'm really hoping it's going to be a healthy one, or healthy twins. Look at that! No, it's Quace. She has the poison fangs I really wanted and the big body, and she's got some nice runner's legs, so she's got speed and collecting, normal eyesight, so many beautiful perfect things. And then unfortunately she does have doubled up immunity, so she's gonna have that cold, but I'm pretty happy with a lot of the other traits that she's got. So nobody has mutated in some of the traits that we're looking for yet. Oh, and Vanu, get this mole. Yes. All right. Those moles are definitely turning into an important source of food. And I think Lala is going to wiggle her way up. We're almost there to the family nesting area, and she and Tanar will fall in love and hopefully have at least 1 or 2 children before they pass away. And Kryel is going to make herself quite comfy and at home in her little nest, and then we might even have Vanu go ahead and go over to this direction to be able to hang out with her. He can also clear away the savanna grass to help us to get the lean body, if that's what we were looking for. Jakar is going to help take care of his children. Rue doesn't have much longer for this world, so I do think it's important to continue letting them breed. Even if they haven't had healthy babies, they have the best eyesight. Quace at least has normal eyesight and normal hind legs, so they're not going to be the healthiest creatures for a little while, but we'll just do what we can with this family. I think once we've got a little bit of food under our belt and a few creatures picked out who aren't completely blind or short-sighted, then we will move them up. And should we move them to this island? Should we send them on to this island, or should we send them over to this island? So which one? I just kind of have a feeling in my gut, and I could be wrong, that this would be the island we need to forge a path to and go across in order to possibly find the snows. So on that note, I want to always keep somebody working towards trying to get towards those snows. So Cora is actually going to continue clearing the grass away, so that hopefully we'll be able to get over there and we won't spend forever just trying to guide poor little blind babies in circles. All right, so we've got 2 females on the nest ready to go, ready to have their babies. I am thinking normal eyesight may be super important for both of them, and claw may be somewhat important. I think normal eyesight and hind legs are what I'm really looking for right now. And let's see if either Kryel or her sister and the leader of the family, Rue, are going to have twins. Not yet. No twins yet, guys. Oh my gosh, and the cold just spread. Oh my goodness, this is like even worse on having closely related family genes. I think everything is going to, oh my goodness gracious. Infected, why? Oh no, I think everything is going to take a back seat to keeping those immunity genes safe now. That changes everything. Oh my goodness. And at least Remy is a healthy child. I have to get her away from the infection. We might have to I'm gonna let these guys have a nest over here. Isolate the infected. Oh no. How can I possibly heal them? Is there some sort of balance? Warmed up, this animal is being warmed up by its pack? You get a boost when they're next to each other? Guys, there's so many new things. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. And we don't have twins yet, but I know we will one day. And I have big hopes for Lala. I actually love that her name is Lala for some reason. That just really tickles me. But I have big hopes for what Lala might be able to bring into the family. And yeah, just keep in mind if there's little things like the way the camera seems a little bit tweaked or the grass and the textures look different that you would like to report on, be kind and constructive in your reporting, but add it over to the Steam discussion board because it is very important to have conversations with the developers. This is still an early access game, and there's still so much more to see. So we've got to like isolate this cold. We've got to see what kind of babies Lala will have. We need to see if we can continue working slowly but surely towards the next island. There's never a guarantee of what the island will look like. We learned that looking for the jungle, but we'll continue to try to island hop each generation, more or less, depending on how many hind legs we have to frog hop towards the portals with. And we'll have to see how Rue is going to handle, now that she's got that cold, how she's going to handle passing on the future of the tribe, possibly to her little daughter Remy next time. I'll see you all then. Bye-bye.